Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about the trials and tribulations will never end as long as you're fighting the good fight. And what kind of bring me to this subject today is I done tried about 3, 4, 5 times to film today, yesterday, and every fucking time I go to set something up, it's either the SD card is being tweaked, my tripod leg is being retarded, I done recorded a whole goddamn episode and clearly there is no audio, so now I gotta go back and redo it and retake it. I was talking about something completely different. But being that this is like my 4th or 5th take trying to film, you know, it just made me become more, it forced me to acknowledge that it doesn't matter if you're talking about the beings around you or if you're talking about this actual spiritual war that's going on. Like, if you're moving and trying to do things in a healthy manner, if you're doing things in a more productive, positive manner, if you're doing things to try to help and uplift the people around you or help and uplift the ones that you don't have access to in the physical realm, but you can reach them digitally, as much witchy shit is being applied out here is going to constantly try to counter what you are doing. So for me, thinking about it and diving in, right, the space that I'm in right now, none of these entities in this vicinity where I'm at right now is doing anything other than helping themselves, which that's how the system set it up, you know, so completely understandable. But when you put one person in the mix of that, so say it's 15, 20 people right here. Now this one person moves in over in this space. All of these other motherfuckers witchy. But this motherfucker is doing things to kind of help uplift the beings and people around him, to help change circumstances of the next generation. Just all the things of this nature, you know what I'm saying? These beings' witchiness is going to apply more resistance on this one person's helpful tactics that he's doing or she's doing or using to kind of implement things to kind of shift and change. So even though these beings right here are not interacting, engaging with him or her physically per se, their vibration or energy, the things that they're doing in their private space, in their private time, the things that they're doing. When you're in apartment complexes, all of these things affect you. I know we want to think because, oh, I don't see it, or oh, this wall is blocking it, that it's not affecting you. All of that shit is affecting you. Even when I see the gay couple walk past where I'm staying at now, they don't say anything to me, but their energy affects me because I could see how unhealthy and unsatisfied they are with life, and I can tell that they're going through the motions. I'm not saying every person that lives that lifestyle is. I'm speaking as far as the ones that I see walking past my vicinity. There's some straight ones over here too, and they have that same witchy ass fucking energy. When we get to a space to understand, okay, this is more spiritual. Your sexual preference is cool. Whatever you choose to do or choose to do is you. When y'all say it's public, I meant private, keep this shit private. Don't make it public, because then motherfuckers will shame you and tell you you're fucking disgusting for doing it, okay? You said it's private, keep it private. Now, you have the other motherfuckers who are just, they're just witchy all around the board. You know, they just, I just want to work the job here. I just want to do my drugs here. I just want to binge over here. I just want to do that over there. All of this shit is still affecting you. You have these 4 walls that's boxing you in, because I know a lot of us are in apartment complexes. We aren't in houses per se, you know what I'm saying? Some places you are, some people you are. Some is, but for the most, the way the Matrix is set up in the Western world, they stacking people on top of each other. Instead of beside each other, we're going on top of each other. You know what I mean? So just understanding that you don't have to be physically involved with your neighbors for their energy to affect you. You don't have to be physically involved with your neighbors for their energy to affect you. it's plenty of things that we interact and engage with and walk past and brush past, drive past, that affects us. We just don't take it into account that this shit is affecting us, unless it's something like we see a whole bunch of homeless people or something, then we ride past them, and most of us who are highly empathetic, we're gonna feel some certain type of way about seeing that shit. We may not have all the finances to do something right then and there, but spiritually, we feel it. We get hit with this whole sympathy, empathy. I feel guilty, bad for these beings being in that position, and they chose to put themselves in that position. We didn't put them in that position, but spiritually, and knowing that we all go hand in hand with each other, we kind of help each other, put each other in these positions, you know what I'm saying, by condoning in certain behaviors. I understand that when I'm out here, from the time my eyes open to the time my eyes shut, and even in between that space, it's a war going on. We are being attacked. We are also doing things because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We're also doing subtle things to self-sabotage ourselves, because a lot of us, we choose not to hurt other people. In that way, we hurt ourselves, but we do it in a manner to where we hurt ourselves, it hurt us, but then it still hurts the other people around us, because now we're not being as positive or as productive as we should have been, or that we normally are. You know what I'm saying? So I know some people who, you know, they have a hard time as far as standing up or defending themselves, but they'll go by and they'll smoke a cigarette, you know? And not saying like, oh, cigarettes is the end of the world, but we all have the concept that cigarettes are not good for us, you know what I'm saying? So in that way, they choose to, all right, let me hurt myself. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this cigarette. I'm gonna hurt myself. Such and such is really pissing me off. This situation is pissing me off. I'm pissing myself off. I don't want to project this onto anybody else. It's a numerous things and tactics that we do to make sure that we aren't sending this energy everywhere else. Even if you catch us in a weird space, we'll let you know we're in a weird space, so that way we are not accidentally projecting this other energy to you that was not meant for you. It wasn't meant for you. So that's when it comes to being aware and paying attention that we are affected by this shit out here around us. I know a lot of people in these new age shits that be telling you, oh, you only in control of yourself. Yes, you are. You only affected by how you respond. This shit out here still affect us. I could be sitting right here right now, somebody pull up and start shooting at me. I didn't have anything to do with it. That's not the environment I'm in, but it could happen. I could be sitting right here and somebody just drive through all of these trees and shit and decide to try to run me over. All of these things are outside interferences that will affect your energy. It's just the reality of it. You know, don't be lost in this new age cocoon shit where, you know, the butterfly goes to the caterpillar goes to the butterfly, but then there is no real transition. We all know that just because you see that cocoon sitting there look like it's doing nothing, it's a whole transformation process happening within that damn cocoon. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing is here with us. We like to use those analogies, but then we don't even really understand those analogies when we're using them. You don't see what the fuck is going on, but you know something is happening. It's the same thing with us spiritual beings having a human experience. You don't see the shit happening, but you could tell that they're going through something. You know that something is going on the inside, you know? And it doesn't hurt you to try to give a little bit of that energy spiritually, or try to connect with that being to figure out what's up, or if it's something you could do to help out, or if they just need some kind of spacing. You know, I know a lot of us, we like answers. When you on the clarity side, we like answers, you know? Simple process. How do I get to the top of this building? Let's go for a drive. No, bitch, let's figure out how to build a ladder or build some steps. That's the goal. You know, not to distract me or distract us and run us around all over the world. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to be war ready at all times. You know, it's never going to stop. It's never going to slow down. It's going to be a consistent process. You may have days to where, or you may have a week or so where it's like vacation from spiritual war. You know, this whole week you didn't have no warring going on. You know what I'm saying? It was just all, this is my full week or full month of reaping. Now I'm just reaping all of this, everything that I've been sowing. It's just coming back up. Let me go ahead and grab it now before I forget. You know what I'm saying? Or before I leave it out too long and then it starts to corrode or whatever the process. You know what I'm saying? But we all understand that it's something happening in the inside, you know what I'm saying? And you are affected by the energy around you. Now, how well you master your energy and how well you process things when they're being intake, it's solely up to you. You know what I'm saying? How fast your processor is up here and in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever point to up here without pointing in here. I will never point to in here without pointing up here. These two go hand in hand together. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want to get technical, just line it all up together. Say it all goes together. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't want to run it up too long. Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.